let's see, how did it happen? So we're hunting up in the River Valley up in northern Cape of Africa. And so Seppi and Nick and I just got done penetrating the bush, chasing after a wild-ass zebra that I took a shot on. And I was hunting with a 12-inch 8.6 fix, shooting subs and supers, depending on the situation. So I just got done with a zebra hunt that I had switched over to supers just because it was a little bit further of a shot and some real thick brush and wasn't worried about being as quiet. We bagged the zebra, do a couple water crossings, which was kind of fun. So we're like dripping wet in sweat. Seppi's like wetted out in front of me. He's struggling. We're walking back through this pecan orchard and just on our way back to camp, like nothing, no plans of really hunting much more. And all of a sudden we walk up on this beautiful Impala and he's just like sitting there in the sun basking. And so Seppi like quick gets the sticks out and I switch my scope back over to subs. So I'm dialed up for my Subsonic and we creep up to this roadside. And Seppi gets the sticks out and he gets me set up on it and he gives me a range. He's pretty close. He's only like 50, 60 yards, so pretty easy shot, just like, you know, dead center hold. And this Impala, he can tell something's up, so he starts kind of trailing off. And he walks down into the orchard a little bit further and just stops for 1 second, quartering away just a little bit. And I put a sub, 300 grain Maker's bullet right behind his shoulder. And that bullet smacks into him. And you can tell immediately, like, the expansion was beautiful. He jumps up a little bit, kind of arches his back, and then he runs off maybe 20 yards. And you can tell immediately that there's internal hemorrhaging. It's not a spine shot, it's not a low shot, it's just a perfect, like, vital area shot. And immediately you see blood pumping out of his chest. And he gets over into the shade a little bit, and you can see him flare his head up, and he literally like flicks blood all over it, all up into the air, because he's just, that wound cavity is just done tremendous damage. Those 350 Makers, as soon as they hit, they seem to pop open. The entrance wound itself is pretty dramatic. Like, we see a lot of cutting surface area on the entrance wound. And then that bullet with a 1 in 3 twist, you know, let's call Impala's chest cavity maybe like 12 to 14 inches wide. You know, they're a little more slender, not as big as a whitetail, but still a pretty decent sized animal. That bullet pops open immediately and expands, and then you're getting so many revolutions of cut as it passes through the chest cavity. You know, you're not relying on like hydrostatic shock like you would with a supersonic. You know, it's a little bit lower of energy, but because, you know, we're getting 3 or 4 full revolutions with, you know, what looks like a mechanical broadhead almost, like the cutting surface area and the internal hemorrhage is incredible. That's kind of the beauty of the subsonic hunting, is with the fast twist and how fast the bullets expand. Like, they work really good in smaller animals as well as, you know, giant animals like an elk size, like a kudu or even Cape buffalo. Like, it's like a perfect African versatile cartridge. You can shoot the little stuff and it's just beautiful, and then you can take down bigger stuff because of that penetration. It's pretty devastating when that comes open inside of an animal.